Hey everybody, Tony D and Little Joan here with a screenwriter's rant on BIGBUG from the director of Amelia. It is a foreign film, I think French, right? It's French about robots taking over. Smash like and subscribe. Thank you for smash liking and subscribing. Please check out my books. Links in the description. Comedy horror in South Jersey. It's the Pineys. Yeah, Jean-Pierre Jeunet. I think it's very French. So it's subtitled. Before I get into it, real quick, I will probably be doing my live stream tomorrow at 2. So check in for that. And yeah, so this is a story we've seen a million times. Humans get dependent on robots, and then the robots turn against everybody. Locks everybody in their homes, and then the robots take over. They take over everything. Yeah, I don't know if he's a robot or a cyborg, but they take over everything, and then the next thing you know, they have to fight the robots in order to survive. And it's a bunch of crazy characters, and I think in a family, or a family and friends. And they have to fight the robots in order to survive. And the robots make them do things. And they go crazy. This is a robot she bought to have sex with. And they basically call it a complicated dildo, which is kind of a funny bit. But then at some point I don't know, the robots make them do strange things. I don't know. I don't really get. I mean, this is going for like a Brazil level, version of the Terminator, essentially. They all get trapped in their homes, and then, this is the main bad guy, this cyborg looking dude. So it's going to be satire mixed with, sci-fi, I guess you would say. It looks cool. I like the look of it. I like it when you've got this sort of consumer look to it. Here she is slapping the robot. So yeah, I kind of dig it. It's gonna be tough. This is a movie that's gonna be tough to understand in terms of the nuances because it's subtitled. Because the dialogue's going to be important in a movie like this. Yeah, it's gonna take you out a little bit, because the dialogue in this is going to be more crucial because there's going to be satirizing, consumerism and life and that kind of thing. But that all being said, I mean, I think this guy's a really good filmmaker. He's got a real look here. I love the look of this, and it's an ambitious thing to take on. It's tough to do a movie like this and really make a statement about things, that hasn't been made before. But there are a lot of characters that worries me a little bit, little too many characters if you ask me. But I would definitely give this a look. This is on Netflix. When is it coming? Netflix, February. It's all covered up. I can't read it. So sometime in February, I would assume. Let's see. Is it on here in the description? No description. Yeah, see, this is the bad dude. You'll note the efficiency and rapidity of our services. So, yeah, you really get that consumerism and how it's bad to depend upon technology to this degree, and how people have allowed their liberties and other things to kind of wither and die while they just allow themselves to be taken care of. So maybe there's a metaphor in there about government. But I love the look. There's definitely a vision here. There's definitely a vision. There's definitely There's definitely a statement being made, and that's what I love about it. So I would see this. I mean, Netflix is picking up a lot of foreign movies that are very, very good. I mean, things aren't coming out of Hollywood worth a damn, really. It's all the same crap. It's boring. It's not adventurous at all. This is at least, ambitious. This kind of tact is tough to pull off. Satire is really tough to pull off. And it looks like he pulls it off to a great degree. So I would recommend this. I'm going to go on a limb here and say, yeah, this is going to be decent. It's called BIGBUG. I mean, it's stuff we've seen before, but I think it's pretty ambitious. Pretty ambitious. Look at him. He's got different eyes. Changed the color of his eyes. I can't tell if he's a robot or a cyborg, though. I think he's a robot. Anyhow, first act is going to be everything's great. They've got this utopia with all these robots and drones. Humans don't have to do anything. Second act, the robots lock everything down, take over, and the humans have to survive. Third act, the humans eventually outwit the robots because humans are illogical, irrational creatures that do things that the robots can't anticipate. And the only question is, do they go back to the robots taking care of them, or do they overthrow the robots and win? So, in a satire, a lot of times you want to end with a dark ending as a warning. So maybe this family escapes, but the rest of the country is just destroyed by the robots or taken over, and they just get shipped right back into a different house. Or I think this is a light movie. The tone is pretty light and funny, so I think probably at the end they survive, but they have to be wary of the robots in the future. Maybe they go completely off the grid and go back to having no robots. I don't know. But it's called BIGBUG. And it looks pretty interesting. See, is a big humanity moment here. I would see this. I would see this. And that's it for me, Tony D and Little Joan. Check us out on Odysee, Bitchute, and Rumble for more base takes. For a News Blast and a Hollywoke hot take. We'll see you tomorrow.